Welcome to the 14th episode of the Out on Loan podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jeffrey Canova, with my good friend, Aritra, as always. This year has just been internationals, because we recorded episode 10 live in Argentina. And currently, right now, shout out to my good Peruvian cousin here, KG Tony. I think that's his Twitch stream. He allowed me to use his room live here in Lima, Peru, as always. Show moves on. The show just got to move on as we go to these different spots. But, the football, the conversations just never die out. So, talk a little bit about UCL. We had two match days. I think it was match day, I believe, 4 or 5. I believe so, with the amount of games that went on Tuesday and Wednesday. But I don't know. Have you had it? First of all, welcome as always, Rachel. How are you doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Can't complain. It's holiday season now, so have some time off. Probably in the weekend when there will be more games, get to watch more of like full length footy games. So can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So we can. I guess this is our first segment of the show. As always, please, before we continue, shout out to Stone's Pictures, always promoting our shows, editing our reels on TikTok, on Instagram, and on everything on here as well. Shout out to Robert Stone, as we know you and call you our Batman. And yeah, man, he's just a go. He's just a go. So much love to him. But
Yes, sir.
first segment of the show today, we're gonna a little bit talk about obviously recapping the matchups from the last 2 days. I mean, the recent one is today we're recording on Wednesday was of course the Arsenal versus Bayern Munich matchup, and I think this one was the matchup of I think the week, right? I mean, this was the matchup. Did you get a chance to watch it or no?
Yeah, I'd say so. That was the one game that I did get to watch a bit. And I don't know, man. It was a good game for the most part. But Arsenal, and I mean, like they really capitalized on their strengths, and they got a good start, and they just like went with it. And sure, they were also at home. They had a scored a goal off a corner, also scored a goal off an interesting defending with that third goal with that Martinelli scored where Neuer was off his line. But credit to them, they've kept up the pressure and their defense was amazing too. So yeah, I mean they seem like the team to beat now in Champions League so far. I thought it was down to like either Arsenal or Bayern, and the fact that we got to see them play in the group stage with Arsenal winning this time, they're obviously the sole number one, and they looked the part of it today.
Yeah, without question. I think yeah, I think and here's I wish I had the towel. See, this is what I'm gonna do for the next episodes. I'm just gonna throw in the towel. I think this is the year that the Arsenal I think could win the UCL. I think this is their best shot. We saw it today. They're the best team in Europe. They're by far the best team in Europe. I mean, we're gonna look at the stats right now. I mean, 15 goals, 15 points. So they won 5 out of 5 in the UCL games. I think they scored 14 goals.
14,
And
right.
as we know through like this entire Arteta project, they're just the best defense in Europe. So, and what we've learned, I think, from these this last few months now, since the beginning of the year, they are just a powerhouse. We've laughed at them for years now with you're signing Calafiori, you're signing Timber, you're signing Mosquera, Hincapi, who else you want to put in there? Ben White, even they made fun
Mhm.
of signing a player like Ben White, and now look at them. Their depth is absolutely insane. I mean, they have the best defense in Europe by far, and where I'll give the most credit to is Arteta. I mean, this is the year I think if it comes to fail, if he fails this year, a lot it's done for him. This
Yeah.
is the year they have to win. This is where and I think it's not only just him now, because I think as a manager, you have the system in place. You have the way you want to press. They're the best team in terms of pressing. I mean, we saw it today against Bayern. I mean,
Mhm.
Bayern couldn't even get a sniff
Yeah.
of creating chances in that second half. Arsenal were just completely dominant that second
I
half.
think the only one that really had chance was Olise, and I think this is a game where they really missed Luis Diaz as well. I think he would have done a lot of danger on the left side. but I believe he was suspended for this game. So they definitely missed him. But I mean, like credit to Arsenal's defense, man. I mean, they're tight.
They're the best. They're the
They're
best,
the best.
man.
And also, I want to give another big credit to Declan Rice. I mean, there's something about this man where well, obviously he's a great player, but there's something about this man on Champions League night where I think we just see the best of him. I mean, this man was everywhere. He was there for the assist of that second goal, I believe. And I mean, like, it doesn't matter if it's on the left side, the right side, the attack, the defense. He is just there. And what a player this man is. I mean, shout out to him. Hell of a baller. Controls the game very well. And he was super integral for their win today, in addition to Arsenal's defense, for sure.
Right. Completely agree. I think he's part of the key as to why, again, I go back to Arsenal's just press. And a lot of people make fun of Arsenal for being a team that really just, they're very defensive. I take that all back, man. I think this team is just absolutely perfect. And again, I give credit to Arteta for the way he has this team set up. Arteta has, for the time being, I can't really blame him too much because now I think part of it, he has the system in place. He knows how his team's playing. There's depth now. He has the offensive pieces with Madueke, Saka, Martinelli. You have Eze in there now. You have Odegaard coming back. You have Gyökeres. You have Marino who can play at striker.
Mm-hmm.
You have Nyanweri, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, playing as the 10.
Yeah.
You have just so many pieces on attack that with the way you play, he has a system in place. There's not a lot of managers in the world that can say, besides maybe Flick, really, that has a set philosophy and system. Arteta has that now in place. Mm-hmm. Now it's time for these players to show up because now the manager, the only thing we'll criticize him is with rotations, the substitutions, the players that he'll bring in right after 70 minutes, 80 minutes, whatever it may be. But now it's time for these players to turn up. This is where I look at the players now. The manager has everything in place. Arteta has done his job. It's time for you, Mr. Saka. It's time for you, Mr. Rice. And it's time for you, Mr. Gyökeres, Marino, Trossard, Martinelli. Can you guys keep this up? I can trust the defense. That defense has been the best defense for the last 3 years now.
Yeah. I mean, I still find it insane. Like, they've only considered one goal, and it was against this Bayern team today in like 5 Champions League games. That's just like insane to think
It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And we got to give credit to Arteta because he's the one been building this team.
Yeah.
And he's the one that's been really proving like, hey, you should, wait for your manager. Like wait to see what he gets, and then let him bring in the pieces. And then boom, you'll see what happens. Now, I know a lot of teams can't do that right now, and there's a few teams that could take an inspiration from Arsenal, but and I completely agree with you with Rice. I mean, Rice has been revolutionary for this Arsenal team. I mean, a lot of people thought of it as just like this holding midfielder, and I was one of the few because again, I mean, you can't blame me because I never really gave my opinion that much on Rice because I never really watched him that much when he was at West Ham, but the way he plays for he's just so influential. He's a runner, man. Physically, there was one play. It was like the 87th minute, and he was just up and down, just trying to win the ball back again on that Bayern high line. Like, just an absolute animal. And for me, in my personal opinion, he's the best midfielder in the Premier League by far. I don't think anybody touches him for the time being. I know we have Gravenberch. I know Caicedo. You saw him destroy Chelsea. There's Odegaard. There's De Bruyne is no longer in the league, so that doesn't count. And look, any of City's, maybe Rodri, but Rodri's been out.
Bruno.
For me, give the chains to Declan Rice. Declan Rice, best midfielder in the Premier League as of now. He has the chains, man. He has the chains. But speaking about Chelsea, I know my boy, he's in the bag. He's spectating. He's a big Chelsea fan. Okay, so, of course, being a Madrid fan, big week for me because, obviously we're watching the Chelsea game. And I'm a big Madrid fan, so we had to do a little bit of hate watch even while we're away. But what a game from Chelsea. I mean, same thing. What were your takeaways from that game? I mean,
that was one of the few games that I couldn't really get to watch, but I know like Estevao, I know you're a big Estevao guy. He shined. And I know like we were having this conversation last time of like tempering expectations, but man, I mean, if he keeps on like consistently performing like this,
right,
especially in big games like that, I mean, we're talking about like a Champions League night against Barcelona, like that takes a lot to like show up and pull the performance that he did. So like big shout out to him. And I mean, yeah, there has been like some questions and some concerns that has been it's been there, but for the most part, it wasn't really brought up because like Barcelona was winning so many games, but now they're starting to drop points here and there, whether it's in the league or in the Champions League, and it's their defense. That's starting to look like a question mark now. You know what it is that they can do to improve, what it is that they can do, because it seems like it's not like as solid. And with the high line, that extreme high line that they play under Flick's system, puts them really in a lot of vulnerable positions. So that's like something, that's, and with like especially Araujo like getting the red card again. There's
Stupid
questions
red
that needs to be
card.
asked.
Stupid red card. I don't know if you've been on Twitter with I mean, you're probably not because you don't really follow Barca that much, but man, has this guy screwed this team over so many times. I
Yeah.
mean, dating back to, and it's so crazy for me because Araujo was in like that Militao and
No, I
like those
remember
debates,
like
the best
three
center back,
seasons ago, he was like
right,
up
three
there.
seasons ago, and I was just like, man, this guy is unstoppable. I would love to have him on my team alongside Militao,
Yeah.
and just seeing him these last really 2 years
Two
now, just
years. Yeah.
doing these stupid mistakes, man. And I think
Yeah.
that's one of the. It's funny because one of the biggest criticisms that I gave him was in those debates was I think his ball playing ability is awful, but it's just so rare to see like how rash he is. Like I have no idea why he's what the decline is. I don't know if it's a confidence thing, maybe a new manager thing, but and it's not even that because it started when he was with Xavi and he had his arguably his greatest year with Xavi in that first season. So it's like I don't know. It's enough. It's probably a form, feeling the pressure, maybe the I don't know, man, because this guy was the Vinny stopper. He was the Vinny stopper.
Yeah.
And and that was when Vinny was at his like
Best.
arguably his physical best.
Yeah.
And now he can't even now we got people hating on it. It's crazy, man. They call him the Uruguayan Kaiser, bro. Meaning like he was like the Titan, like the next Beckenbauer.
Yeah.
I think they're calling him Araujo Beckenbauer or something like that. Beckenraujo or something like that. Like they literally framed him, like they photoshopped his face onto Beckenbauer's like
Hey man, as we were saying once, the state of football and fandom.
it's crazy, man.
One game you're great and you're like, and then the next game you're like trash and you're just like
You're
bottom
done. You're
level.
out. You're out the team. It's insane, man.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate for him because I still rate him. I mean, hey, look, man, if he's on the table and I get rid of Rudiger or I can get rid of someone else, man, I pay 50 million for him, 40, 50 million, have him on the bench.
I don't know, man. Until like he gets another red card for you, you'll be
Hey,
like,
that's why I said the bench, not starting. That's why I just said on the bench. He can stay in the bench. I know Militao won that debate already. I know he can start. I know, but I would love to see. I mean, for me, it would be perfect to see a Araujo Militao combo, but I don't. That's not gonna happen. Araujo's
probably
probably gonna
not gonna
stay for
happen.
another year or two. Or
Yeah.
he'll get sold to like some Prem team or Bayern. Even he might get sold to Bayern. Who knows? Or go to the Prem or Saudi. But it's just shocking to me.
Yeah.
But I think we got to give credit to Chelsea. Similar to Arsenal. I think Maresca is really finding his groove with this team, man. I think he's starting. You see the identity and the style of play that you want on this team. You're seeing the players that are gonna get in there. You know, Caicedo is one of them. I know I said Declan Rice is for me the king of the Prem now in terms of like the best midfielder. I don't think any midfielder comes to him because of his physical talent, his IQ, and his on-ball abilities as well. Is just unmatched. But Caicedo's right up there, man. I mean, he's been absolutely superb. Um, for at the start of this year. I mean, him and Enzo have formed that double pivot, which is like one of the more deadly midfields in the Prem. I mean, you can't even compare with a lot of teams in terms of that. Like, I don't know, like what team does a better double pivot than that? You have two dogs from South America, pretty much running riots in the Prem, who are both great on the ball, who are both going to run as hell for the team, both who are leaders too. Like Enzo was one of the big major factors to that
Yeah.
Argentinian team winning the World Cup, and then a big part for Benfica reaching far there in his last year at in Portugal. But and then Caicedo's has been one of the main pillars for Ecuador's like international success as well. So you have that double pivot, and then you have the defense solid, and then of course, and I think we give credits to Cole Palmer for being the player that he is. but William Estevao is just he might be their superstar, man. Like they've probably lacked a player like that. Like I think of like Drogba and Lampard. Lampard was probably their superstar, and Drogba was
Mhm.
probably their top player that you can rely on. But William Estevao and Cole Palmer combo on the right hand side or in the middle interchanging, that's deadly. That's deadly for
Mhm.
Chelsea. Deadly, deadly. But we're gonna take a quick break here. Well, not really a break, but we're gonna go on and move on from our next subject because these are some of like the Premier League teams that we've kind of talked about. But now we're gonna go moving on to our next subject, which will be like a little bit of the underperformers, more specifically from Real Madrid. You know me, man. Anytime there's Madrid Champions League, I have to talk about it. And we'll put in United too. Why not? But
Yeah.
as always, please, just special shout out again to Stone's Pictures. Please follow their Instagram. Please follow our boy Robin Stone as well for obviously editing and packaging up all these amazing reels that he's publishing in the episodes as well on YouTube. Please take a listen and please give him a follow to Stone Pictures. Shout out to Stone Pictures. As always, our main sponsor. Hopefully when we get big, he'll be paying us real big. There's a lot of
One
teams
day.
that are going to get that need to get paid.
Yeah.
But especially one player in particular needs to get paid a lot. Speaking of getting paid, you know who?
Who?
Mr. Vinicius Jr., man.
Mm.
Madrid, 4-3 victory
Mhm.
against Olympiacos.
Mhm. At Greece.
At Greece. First time I think they've been in a Greek team in I think how many years, or they've broken that record. Good stuff. Until the substitutions.
Mm.
Look, man, there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of discussions as to what this Madrid team is going to be in the next few months. There's a lot of talk. It's Xabi. What will he do? It's the contract situation with Vinny, obviously. Who's going to be sold? Who's going to be gone? Who's team Vinny? Who's team Mbappe? Have you seen those debates? It's crazy, man. Have you seen them?
Is it
It's like
also
two
happening on
sides. There's
Twitter?
a civil war. There's a civil war going on between the Madrid families. It's not even funny.
Okay.
On one side, we have Team Vinny. It's
Mhm.
like Team Cat versus Team Iron Man. So
Mm.
we have Team Vinny. That's like Vinny, Fede, Bellingham,
All right. So the
um,
players.
a few Rodrigo fans in there too that probably hate him.
All right.
We could probably put maybe Trent fans in there as well if you want to include that. Include them. So, and then on the other side, we got Team Mbappe, which is a few Xabi Alonso fans, and then we're gonna have. If you hear them dogs, I know they're on Team Mbappe right now. It's crazy down in Peru. It's crazy.
Uh.
So we got Team Mbappe. We got
Yeah.
Mbappe fans, obviously. Arda Güler fans, which is crazy because they just think that Arda Güler and Mbappe are just the perfect pairing, and Jude Bellingham needs to get out this team. And then
Okay.
obviously Xabi Alonso fans. And Tchouameni too. You can put Tchouameni fans in there. It's a crazy civil war, which I can't even express to you. I can't even believe it's like going on. It's actually insane.
Mm.
What team are you on, man? You know what team
Okay.
I'm on?
Look, there seems like, at least from like the players or fans of those players that you mentioned, there are guys that I like. There are guys I wouldn't say I don't like, but I'd prefer to have them more than the others. And that would include whether it's keeping Mbappe, whether it's keeping Xabi Alonso as a coach for now. Uh, Jude Bellingham for sure, keeping him. And then the others, I mean, I wouldn't say like I don't want them, but it's like I don't know. It's like a question mark as to like how we could sort of like fit around them or keep them. But I would basically keep like definitely Mbappe and Bellingham. They should be like untouchables in my opinion. But what about
Yeah,
you? What do you think?
yeah. For me, I'm team Real Madrid just wins and figures this shit out as soon as possible.
Okay,
So I'm in no
that's fair.
team. I'm just a neutral.
Yeah.
I'm like still torn, man, because today I look at the lineup and I'm like, Xabi, what are you doing, man? Like, what is that lineup? You're putting in Mendy. You're not calling up a Castillo
Yeah,
player.
that
The
was the
risks in
weird.
that. But I'm gonna say this: Mendy looked good today.
Mm.
He looked great. So maybe he's been saving him for a moment like this for a Champions League game like that. I'm like, dude, he looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way we were playing that first half, I was like, man, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Then second half rolls around, and I'm just like, man, substitutions again, man. You bring in Brahim, hasn't
Yeah.
been on it. At least he didn't bring on Rodrigo this time. He hasn't deserved any minutes now since I don't know, after the first 2 games that he's played,
Yeah.
man.
I
So this is
think
where I go into the underperformers.
yeah,
I think he's been an underperformer as of now, obviously, because
Rodrigo.
substitutions. Obviously, Rodrigo's in there. Yep.
Yeah.
Um, I think Arda, man. I think I've been really disappointed with him
Oh, really?
in that first half. I just think there's a lot of things that he's missing now, and I know a lot of people are gonna. And this is why I get frustrated with this. This fan base is so divided. I literally go on Twitter, right? This is why Twitter is the most cancerous thing. It's like, you see what happens when Jude Bellingham is not playing at the 10. Look how fluid we play.
Mm.
And I'm just like, guys, I like the way we're playing, but let's not overreact now. Yes, Vinny and Mbappe connected really good today. And here's the one thing that I'll give credit to. This is why I said Vinny needs to get paid. That's why you don't take him out. Because when he's on it, you saw that link up. Guess what changed? We played a high, and here's why I'm like, don't want to overreact. But Mbappe was making runs in behind, playing like an actual striker this time. Wasn't dropping deep, make those runs. Look at the first goal that Mbappe scored. But Travella pass from Vinny, gets a little bit of touches here and there. Boom, passes Mbappe, finishes near post, bop, finish. First goal. Second goal, Mbappe in the box. I know it's a beautiful assist from Arda Güler, but he scores a header. I got off my seat, man. I saw the Mbappe header and I get off my seat because I couldn't believe that he scored. And it looked like it was like a Lewandowski type header. He just leaped in the air, had his legs out, he leapfrogged like a frog, and boom, put it in. Bottom corner. Beautiful goal. And then the second goal, another run in behind. Boom, Camavinga, long ball, pop. Another goal. Finish, 3-1. Should be game over, which is I'll go to the underperformers next. But the difference, you see the difference? Mbappe starts, and then what the other thing too that I think a lot of Madrid fans need to realize, just Team Madrid, man. Just Xavi can figure this out. We saw it today. They almost could have scored 4 or 5 goals. And you know what the difference was? Mbappe was running them behind. Now, if he doesn't do it for the rest of the year, then that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also saw the fact that, guess what? And I've been saying this for the last years, man. Last year, move. Can we move the ball? Can we move? If Vinny's on the left, I want him to move and then the interchange. If Vinny's going to be here, go to the middle, and then you go to the left. And that's what happens so many times throughout this game. And that's where I give credit to Xavi, because I think that was probably the instructions when you put Fede on the right and then you have Trent at the bottom. And then you have them interchanging. And Arda was in there connecting too, but I thought Arda was just disappointing from a defensive standpoint. And I think from a connecting standpoint, just too many misplaced passes. Just I don't know. There's something off with Arda that I'm holding on to, but I still think he should start. I still think he should play, but I want Jude in those spots. So for all the idiots out there that were saying, oh, we need Arda to play at the 10 and get – I'm like, dude, guys, if you saw that game, do you know how much space we had? It was not even funny how much space we had. So I don't want to overreact and say we're back or anything like that. All I'm just saying is the recipe's there. We saw Mbappe getting behind. We saw Vinny be the creator that he is and take on his man a lot of times, although there was space, so we'll relax on that part. But the one thing I did notice now was, damn, man, I liked how Vinny was not just a touchline winger the whole game. He was playing center forward. He was moving into the middle because that's how creative he is. And he has that experience because he was doing that in 2024 with Rodrigo. There was games where he'd be the hold-up striker and then he'll dash it out to Rodrigo on the left. That was our key to some of these games. Now, again, high line and everything. This is where I get mad. The underperformers now. Defense was absolutely horrendous. I don't know why Xavi took out Raul Asensio. I thought Tchouameni was poor, and I think a poor cameo from Jude Bellingham as well. I just didn't like how he came in. Might be the injury here and there, but I just can't excuse the fact that he was just poor. So for me, I'm Team Madrid. Figure it out. I'm still ride or die with this. Figure it out. I'm not giving up on this thing yet. I need to see how we play against Man City. But even then, so against Man City, I'm not still like, even if we win, I just need to see how we play. How do we win that game? Are we going to be taking advantage of the running behinds? Because now I want to see us against this Arsenal. Because I say this right now, Arsenal winning the Champions League. I think there's no when we go up against an Arsenal, when we go up against even a PSG team that's going to press us like crazy, how are we going to react to that? So please, guys, none of this whole conversation about like Arda Güler is the solution. No, he's not, man. We dominated a small team, poor defense. We got him behind. We followed the transition attacks, and that's it. There we go. Pop.
So you'd say like on the right side, you want to like
you want my lineup? You want my lineup?
Yeah, just like quickly go over it.
Courtois.
Right.
Or Looney. Even Looney's fine for his spot.
Looney was I thought he was solid.
Was really good.
Yeah.
Trent. Oh, I gotta get on this guy. I forgot.
Okay.
Oh my God, he might be the key to everything.
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
He might be the key to everything, guys.
Okay.
This guy is just world class. I know he's not the best defensive guy in the world, but just look at the game today, man. How many times did he break through the defenses from the right back spot? How many times did he just dinked over the ball? Bop goes to Vinny. Bop goes to Mbappe. Bop
I was gonna say that's what I've always loved about his game. It's just like that passing ability, that crossing ability he has. I feel like it's actually like people like underrated for some reason, and they just like overlook it as like a defensive shortcomings. But I'm like, dude, like this dude, like on the passing and offensive side, he's actually like fantastic.
He's a game changer, and this is why I'm here going back to my lineup. Trent, Militao, Huijsen. Call me crazy. Carreras got competition, man. So I wouldn't mind if Mendy gets in there. He looked really good today. Looked really, really good. Next guy up, Tchouaméni, by far key player in that midfield. I think he's going to be one of our key players. Right hand side, it's a toss up now between, for me, either you start Fede and Jude.
Are we talking about the right midfield or
right midfield spot? Okay. Yes, the right midfield spot.
Okay.
And on the left, I put Kama. And then I don't think he's going to get dropped yet. But this is why I'm saying Arda Güler might go to the Ken spot. Because I think he's more effective in that higher up the pitch. So if you want to get the best out of him, you're going to have to go high up the pitch. But at the same time, I'm not taking Jude Bellingham out the team because, number one, he scores me goals. Number one, he's going to help me on defense. And number two, he can control the game.
Yeah.
Because of his technical ability, his IQ, and his ability to just progress the ball forward. So that's my mid. Oh, and then you can put Fede in there, but who knows, man? Like maybe Fede, Arda gets out, and then Fede goes to that right, and then you put Jude back in the 10.
So you're thinking about like a 4-3-1-2 right now?
A 4-4-2, 4-4-1-2 Romero. That's my lineup. And then obviously you have Mbappe and Vinny up top.
Right. Okay.
So that's the lineup I want to see this team run for the rest. And we saw it today. We saw it. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Someone on the right, it's one of the midfielders on that right hand side, helping out, get up and down those flanks. But essentially, it's going to be Trent that's going to be like creating mainly from those midfield right-hand spots. Then you're going to have your two pivots right there in Camavinga and Tchouaméni, who can both progress the ball, win the ball back, and you have physicality and creativity. Then you have Jude or Arda controlling that 10 spot, dishing out the through balls, spotting out those passes, linking up with the players. Even though for me, I think Jude would be there. And I think Jude would probably be my preference to be at the 10, and then you have Fed in there, but I understand if you want to have Arda for the higher spots, but that's for me. And then you have with Jude the plus with the player that who can score goals and get an aerial threat. Yeah. And then when you can't score against these low block teams, then you put the big striker in there and you put Gonzalo Garcia in there. Simple as that. There's literally nothing else this manager has to do. I hope that after today he figured out, okay, I need to start Trent. We need to play 4 midfielders. No discussions. No more 4-3-3. No more 4-1-2-1-2. Cut that crap out. It's done. I don't want if my Santonio comes back, too bad, bro. Sit on the bench. You can be a high piece, whatever the hell. No more Brahim Diaz. I need Gonzalo to start. I need Vinny and Mbappe to still playing those 2 narrow strikers where you're moving up and down, wherever the hell. Not just stationary. Stop being stationary. Just move around. That's my lineup.
Okay.
Literally all I want. There's nothing else I want. And if that doesn't work, whatever, bro. It's all good. And it's not common sense. Like everyone's saying it, so I'm just gonna add my opinion too. I'm just thinking that if you want to keep Arda, then maybe keep him at the 10. Because I like how he connects with Mbappe and stuff. But I understand in big games, physically he's just not it, and I don't think he has the IQ like a Jude Bellingham.
That's what I was gonna say. I think I'd rather put Jude just because he's more experienced. Because he's also the work rate of him is like insane, and obviously, like I feel like he just has like the better scoring ability. I mean, he did that in his first game as like, first season as a false
Yeah.
nine. So I'd rather trust Jude, but I wouldn't mind like Arda coming off like the bench, being like a
That
second
too.
option.
A second,
And just like
exactly.
bringing
Or
like that energy, and like that 75th minute against tired
that's
legs.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can like see, this is what I mean. Xavi has. I'm hoping to God he figures this out. Like I hope he realizes after this game, because this game I'm very happy about it. Defensively, yes, we're atrocious, but
Yeah.
I think you're gonna get the best out of our players, which is why I said pay the money to Vinny, because you saw today when he's on it, man. This is why it's so hard for me to want to get rid of him, because when he's on it, this is a guy that, man, bro, unplayable. And he'll feed Mbappe. You saw it today. He's got that pass on lock. He can cross the ball. He just more continuity and just figuring out your positionings, more fluidity. If PSG can do it, if Man City were able to do it for a year without a striker and go far into the Champions League, heck, I think even like Chelsea won the Champions League because they had Kai Havertz. He's not a pure striker. He's
I
just
mean,
a
you guys did it too 2 seasons ago. I mean, you had
and we
Hoselu
did
as
it two
like your main
seasons ago
striker,
too. So it's like
so definitely
with
possible.
a worse player in Rodrigo who wasn't scoring goals in those big games besides Man City. So how
Yeah,
can we not figure this out?
for sure.
And we have the backup in Gonzalo or Andre, whoever, or Jude if you want to put him up there, and then you put Arda. So you have the keys there. It's there, man. It's there. So I don't want to see no more 2-2 Elches. I don't want to see no more 0-0s against Rayo. 1-0s to Liverpool, which are atrocious, by the way. And I think that's what we'll talk about next, because I'm done talking about Madrid. But that's my thing. That's my thinking.
Yeah. Oh
Just
man.
we saw some bright spots defense, but look, I'll give cut to the defense. There's no center backs, and there's a lot of things missing. There's no. I guess he wanted to rest Raul, but still, I think for the team that we're playing, I don't think you can take him out this game yet, especially when you haven't played him for a lot of these games this year. So don't take him out. But we're going to head into our final block before we end the show. Obviously, it's a quick one because obviously I'm in Peru and I want to get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, and you're in New York City too, so you might want to do something. Get ready for Thanksgiving. You know what? Before we end the show, we'll give our thanks. We'll give our thanks to our viewers and listeners out there, our consistent viewers and listeners out there. But as always, please, next subject, please follow our social medias, our Instagram accounts. Follow us on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, mainly TikTok. Please, we appreciate you guys on TikTok. Go ravage out. Go ham in our TikTok comments.
Put your craziest takes, and
Put your
Jeff and I will be
craziest
there.
takes, whatever. Call me an idiot. Call me whatever the hell, a biased Madrid fan, the Jude Bellingham. Do whatever you want. Just follow us on our socials. It'll be greatly appreciated. We need more supporters. We need more fans. We need to have our own civil war. Maybe Team Aritra versus Team Jeff. Who knows, man?
Maybe.
But yeah, we're gonna go into our final set, which is a little bit of United and Liverpool. I mean, United. Where should we start, man? The Red Devils of England, man.
The Red Devils. I mean, it's sort of been consistent with the season that's been going, which is like kind of inconsistently consistent.
Before I'm gonna cut you off real quick.
Yeah.
So there's been a little now. This is a good topic to discuss, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a good debate. There's been a lot of conversations as like who should get fired first, Arne Slot or Ruben Amorim.
Okay.
So who's gonna get sacked first? I know you're the United fan. I'm the United hater, so I'm gonna play that role.
Yeah.
I think I know where you're heading to, but like, who's in the worst spot right now? Who needs to leave?
Neither.
Ooh.
As crazy as that sounds, neither. I think
neither. You're gonna go neither.
Yeah. Neither Amorim.
Give me your
neither.
Explanation for both.
What?
Give me your explanation for both.
Okay, so with Amorim, if we are referencing that Everton game once again, I think it comes down to the players not doing their job again. That was also another game that I was only able to watch the last 20 minutes, and I was like, what the hell? Like I was like kind of scoreboard watching. I was like, okay, like we got that red card against Everton like 10, 15 minutes into the game, like we should be good. And then they score. I'm like, okay, fine. We're probably gonna like come back second half, bang in 3 goals, win the game. And there was still nothing happening. It was still 1-0. I was like, what the hell is going on? I turned on the game, and kind of what I expected. It's like, yes, we were the one that was in charge. We were the ones that was like sending in all the crosses, sending in all the shooting, taking charge of offense without really scoring. And my oh my, I feel like that was the one game where we missed Cunha so badly, because that's the type of player where, especially you're going to play a team like Everton, especially when they're a man down, they're going to be as tight and concrete as possible on the backside, which they were. And also give a big shout out to Pickford as well for some of the saves that he made. It's like, man, crazy, crazy. Just he single-handedly also like kept that clean sheet and that win as well. But Cunha is that type of player where he's just so like dazzling, great with dribbling, where he could just somehow get through tight corners of spaces and create a shot or create a opportunity to score a goal. And we really, really missed that. And then number two, not as big of a miss as Cunha, but still like very, you could see like that gap was there, was not having Šeško and all that crosses that we were sending in that Xerxes wasn't really able to finish. Some, I think he placed it as perfect as he could, and Pickford just made great saves, but I think Šeško would have like finished one or two of them for sure, and like I think we could have taken the 3 points there.
What I'm hearing is pretty much so now we're with United right now, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about the players that he brought on, and you think Šeško should have been on the field, right?
Well, Šeško was hurt, and so was Cunha, so
Okay.
that's literally why they couldn't. Yeah. And yeah, I think it was just like the system was there, the game plan was there, and you just could not do it against Everton. That was down 10 men, and then for like Liverpool, I mean, I haven't like consistently watched their game as to like what their downfall is. I know they've also had some injury issue with like the fullbacks and whatever, but same thing. I mean, Alexander Isak, like, what are you doing? Florian Wirtz, what are you doing? Like who else? Mohamed Salah. I mean, sure, we could give him a little slack because Salah, like arguably one of the best wingers of this generation, but like he also is like off to a bad start. Like the players are just not like playing up to their standards, And I don't want to say like, oh, Amorim and Slot are like fully safe and they shouldn't be like on the hot seat or whatever. Like, sure, you can have some conversations, but I wouldn't go and be like, yeah, like one way or the other, one of them got to be fired before Christmas. That's my take.
Well, here's my thing. I think you're completely wrong.
Okay.
Look, for Ruben Amorim, look, man, I don't know what to say anymore. I have no clue what to say anymore. You can't bring down an Everton team with down to 10 men.
Yeah,
that's not good.
You
look at the record that they've had now. Sure. It's not looking good for him. I wish I can be that positive, but look, man, it's been bad for Ruben.
The thing with Amorim that I've also noticed.
To answer the question, who should be sacked more? Look, I think they both should be like realistically. They should be. United's lucky right now because number one, there's no good manager out there, and number two, you just don't want to go through this process again. But see, compared to Liverpool now, and I think mainly for United fans or for a lot of you like who are like ride or die, who have seen this team for the last really 10 years just fail miserably. I think now you guys are traumatized that you're going to just do the same thing and same thing and same thing. And you're right, which is why you probably have to keep them because it's like, well, what's the point? Who are you going to get? But it's getting to the point now where it's like, dude, you're going to have to change something, man. I think for the like you just have to change something because you don't have the players right now to compete. So you need to change. You need to figure if you gotta put Harry Maguire just across the damn ball, then just put him in the damn box. That's my criticism with Xavi. If there's games where we can't put the damn ball in the net because we have midgets in the box compared to those 6'3", 6'2" giants, then put the damn striker in the box who can header the ball and make the runs and actually put the ball with the head. Who can cause a danger and a panic, which is either Jude or Gonzalo or even Endry.
Yeah.
So that's what Ruben has to do.
And you're saying like to change something. Well, I'll tell you what needs to be changed. We need like a proper midfielder that can like replace Casemiro's minutes when he's not on the field.
That's the other thing.
Elliot Anderson. That's a name that's been like popping up a lot. He's a 23-year-old midfielder from Nottingham Forest. I mean, like he even got a call up for England too. Like this man, if if we can't really get him on January, which I don't think will really be possible, I don't care if we have to pay 100 million. Go get this man. This man is, I believe, the man that we're missing. I know, like I said that about Baliba like 3 months ago, but like Baliba hasn't been like off to like the start that we were hoping for, and he also failed his quote unquote audition at United. I mean at Old Trafford. But when we were playing against Nottingham and Elliot Anderson, my goodness, he was like just the guy that you need. The energy, the defensive work rate, and the successful at tackle percentage too. And he's only 23. Like he's the dude that you need. And number two, speaking about changes that needs to also happen, like yeah, sure, right wing back that could be like a different conversation
And
with like
left wing back
Dalo not
too.
being there, but I would also say really the bench needs to be strengthened because like I mean you saw like we just with us missing Cunha and Sheshko, like we just couldn't beat this Everton team, which I believe like it could have been a different story had they played. Obviously you can't do coulda shoulda woulda, which is where you need to like improve
Right.
that depth. And also on in January, we're gonna miss Mbumo and Ahmad for AFCON for like 2 or 3 games. So that's gonna be like even bigger trouble. Like that right side is gonna be almost like
You're in
non-existent. So
trouble. You guys are.
there's got to be questions that's got to be
Oh
asked
god.
and replacements wise. So which is why I said like again, I don't know if you
You
can
guys are
really blame it
bad.
on Ruben because
You
it's
guys
just like the
are
personal
bad.
that he has. But like compared to like last year to this year, you can't deny that there has been a big change in like the playing style, the numbers, like everything is just up, way up. The problem being finishing. And when we did convert our chances, we
But they
are
need to
winning the
win. But
games.
they need to win. That's the problem. They need to win now
Yeah,
because
no, I agree. I agree. And
they
I
need
think
to
they
win
were
because
starting
this
to.
is this is getting bad, man. Just look at the stats, bro. I think this is like the worst. I think he's only had like you have people on Twitter going crazy for
Yeah,
10 hours.
the other thing that I was gonna quickly say was like anytime this man wins, there's like stats that come out where it's like, oh, this hasn't been done by a United manager since Alex Ferguson. But then
Right.
anytime he loses, it's like, oh, this is like the worst manager in like statistical incident. So
Right.
it's like you just get the both ends of the world. There isn't like like a consistency as to like, oh, is he like really good? Oh, is he really bad? And I
Right.
don't know, like you can't. I feel like you can't use like last season's like record against him because like I feel like there was just a time where we just focused on Europa League games and it was like
Right.
our ride or die, which obviously we died there because we couldn't win the final. But this season, I mean, we're what like 5-3-4 as like the record, like 5 wins, 3 draws,
Five,
4 losses,
4, and 3, and you're 10th in the table
and 10th in the table, which
with
obviously like not United standards at all. But
seven
like
points
compared
away
to
from
last year,
relegation.
and the thing is, well, also like had we won this game against Everton, we would have jumped straight to fourth place. That's how tight
But
the table is. So
that's the
like yeah,
problem.
you
That's
could say
the thing.
like oh like you lose two
But
more
you
games,
can't be
you're
this
relegated.
tight, man. You need to be in third. You need to be in second. You spend so much money. Why are we still here, man? Why are we still here?
Because it's a process. Like it's same way it's a process for Real
It's
Madrid.
frustrating.
The difference with Real Madrid is like you guys had the culture, you guys had the personal that won you guys Champions League. We did not. We did not.
It's just frustrating. That's all I'm gonna say. It's
It
just
is
really
frustrating
frustrating.
for sure, but like again, like you said, like we just can't, start the
So
whole strategy again. With obviously, we've done it multiple
right,
times and it's failed, but also being like, oh, what's going to be the difference? We like do it again, that kind of thing. I just think that this man, at least for now, still is the right man to do this job, and I still believe in him, and I still think he'll figure it out. Well, like by the end of May, I think we'll be at a higher position than 10th. I think we'll be like top 6, top 7, somewhere there, and give him another summer with the players that he buys. Because you can't deny, like the players that we've bought, like are way better than like we've had last year. They've been performing. Now we just need them to like finish your chances, score those goals, and those wins will come. That's what I've been emphasizing since September. Really, I stand
okay,
my.
that's fair. And you know what? You know what's the funny part? We're arguing about whether he should get sacked, whether Ruben should get sacked because of the poor records that he has. But I think the real
Or a
question was
Premier
who's
League
worse,
winning coach should get sacked.
right? Or a Premier League winning coach should get sacked. And I think the Premier League one should definitely get sacked in this moment now. He's got to be. This guy
Okay.
needs to go. He's losing the locker room. They've conceded 7 goals in the last 2 games. Van Dijk has not looked great. Konate has not looked great, and I think the team in general has not looked great. And this is where like it kind of reminds me of Carlos here, where we need to hold these coaches accountable and not finding the right 11. If you need to drop someone, you need to drop someone.
But who do you replace him with?
No, I'm talking about like as a coach.
Oh, okay.
Like they have so many stars right now. They need to. They kind of like Madrid.
I'm talking about
Figure it
Liverpool
out.
specifically. Yeah, I know. Like with Madrid, that's a different story. But like
Get an
Liverpool,
interim or
they're
something. Get an interim at this point because, or find something. There's got to be coaches out there. There's got to be coaches out there right now that are better. Is this for me?
mm,
For me, the reason I say sack a man, and I know a lot of people are like, why are you doing that? This and that. The thing is, when you sack a manager, the reason we say sack them is because the trajectory, if they continue like this, is going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. It's not going to get better. So when you get a new manager, right, at least you can get what is called the new manager's bump or whatever the hell that thing is called,
yeah,
where like
new
players
managers bounce.
automatically prefer. And we saw that with, I believe it was, there was a team that did it. I think it
Nottingham
was Arsenal
Forest,
at one
Sean
point.
Dyche
Sean Dyche, like
recently
they
with
get a
Nottingham.
boost. Madrid
Yeah,
did it one time where we could have absolutely been out of the top 5, and we had to sack Lopetegui, even though he was the
yeah,
Spanish coach and we had all these players, and I knew he got unfairly treated. But the way we were going at, we were rolling down and down and down and down to the point where he was losing the locker room, he was losing the games, and it was getting to the point that we were asking ourselves, were we going to make Champions League at this rate? Because we were losing and losing and losing. This Liverpool team has now lost 2 in a row, almost 2 in a row, right? And they're dropping points and they're not going to qualify for a few things here and there. So if you continue on this rate where you keep the manager because you want to have faith in them, well, buddy, what's going to happen is you're going to not even make Europa League or even the Conference League at this rate, because then it's going to get worse and worse. Well, you need a change. You need a spark. You need a change. If it's not working, it's not working. You need to get rid of what's not working. So you need to get a manager to get in here and change this thing that's not working. That's why I get mad when people are like, oh, a manager should not get sacked like that easily. Well, it's like, I understand it from that perspective, but there's a lot of big teams, quote unquote, that can't allow that to happen because the trajectory is you need to go up. You can't keep going down and down and down and down, especially when you're paying these high wage players. What
yeah.
happens if they continue if they can't make Champions League?
So
What
like,
happens?
would you say like hypothetically speaking, last year was it last? Yeah, last year when like City lost like 7 games in a row or something, like Guardiola should have gotten sacked for the
No,
manager he is and
no,
everything. No, okay,
no, because the difference is now Guardiola has the experience to turn things around, and that is the greatest manager of all time. We're talking about We're talking about Pep Guardiola for Christ's
yeah,
sake.
but
And even and here's the thing with Man City, the way they were playing, they were just getting they were getting beat up to the point where like, damn, bro, like they ain't winning anything. But they still have the squad depth and the players to do this. Where you're like, okay, yeah, they can still perform, and it's Pep Guardiola. He's gonna figure it out because
yeah,
this is the greatest tactician of all time.
yeah,
Like I know that sounds like very like like what's the word here? Like counterintuitive if you want to say, but like because
okay,
I'm saying incarnate, but it's like it's Pep Guardiola. Like, come on, like if Messi, it's like comparing to that's how good Pep is. See, like it's like Messi going on like a 10-game scoreless
yeah.
streak. It's like I'm not gonna get rid of Messi after 10 games if he can't score. It's like this is Messi, bro. Like what are we doing here? Like
I
I know in
mean,
a game or two he can turn it up. For Slot, I don't know. I don't have that. I don't have that faith. I don't.
but it's also like first time like Slot's been in a situation like this, and yes, it's been like going on for a minute now, and it's like damn, like are they ever gonna figure? But at the same time, I feel like it's also kind of too late to like make that turn because I feel like even a new manager, say if they do start winning games,
That's
I
why
don't
I
I
give
don't think they're
Slot.
gonna win the Prem.
I give
I
Slot till
don't
December.
yeah, I don't think they're gonna win champs. I don't think maybe they could like win a cup or two, but it's like the team that Liverpool is, are they really gonna? Which is why I
Why they
like put
need
it on the
more?
players.
They need
Which is why I
more.
put it on the players. I'm like, bro, Isak, like you need to get going. Wirtz, you need to get going. Salah, you need to get
Right.
like
So
you're
then
the
this is where I
team.
asked the
You're the
manager,
man. You need
how
to
are you
get
going to
going.
get the players going?
Van Dijk, you need to get going.
How is he helping his players? How has the manager put them going? Has Schwartz been in the right system? Has Slot given him the confidence to really improve? Has he
Yeah,
been put in the right spots?
that could be another question for sure.
How is
I
he
mean, like,
now?
well,
If you see
position,
that your defense has been poor this whole year in terms of like crossing or whatever, so can we change the defensive schemes? They
but
have the
position,
players,
yeah,
Richard. They have
yeah,
the players. It's just now as a coach, you got to figure out how we have to adapt. There's a lot of great coaches that will like look at Pep. This is why I have faith in Pep. Pep has figured it out with this new Man City team he's got. Yeah, they're not perfect, but you know what? We're gonna find and build a team around Erling Haaland that suit his strengths. Where he's now scoring like almost 20 goals, and he's arguably gonna win the Ballon d'Or by the end of this year if all goes well for him.
Yeah. I feel like the other thing with this Liverpool team, at least recently, is like once they like concede, they just like concede like multiple. Because like on a surface level, when I see them play, I'm like, bro, like they're fine. They look okay. Like they look good. There's this.
Yeah.
And then like once there's like a defensive breakdown, it just like feels like it kind of all goes down. Which I feel like is what happened a lot of the times with United under Erik ten Hag, where it's like once we like give up a goal, it's like expect a collapse.
And that's a mentality thing. And that's where I gave criticism to Carlo. And that's where I give criticism to Xabi, especially from today's game. That's why I leave that Olympiacos game with like a little bit of like uncertainty, because I didn't like the way we mentally just went down with the substitution and the players that have came in. So that's what I mean when I say like sometimes these managers, like obviously it's not their whole fault. And I think there's certain situations where like, yes, you need them to say, like Ruben, for example, might have to say for the sake of it, because we're going to get to just handle this mess of a club. And then there's teams that are like, dude, we need to get rid of you, man, because we can't afford to go to the championship. So we're gonna bring in managers, gonna play a system where like, okay, we're gonna sit deep, we're gonna be defensive, we're gonna hit you on the break and just play that style of football. So that's why I'm saying it's hard for managers like this, because it's like you can't. There's a lot of factors, but look, man, I think Slot. I think his time is running up, man. I think he's if it was between Ruben and Slot, I think for me Slot has just been embarrassing for me. The fact that you've brought all this money,
yeah, I agree,
and then you've had all this time to figure out your defensive you knew you were defensively weak, and you knew your team was not been playing well since the beginning of the year. They just gone through individual brilliance and quality. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
But how are you going to get Wirtz at his best? How are you going to get McAllister at his best? Who's going to be dropped? This is where I question a big man. It's like Zidane has done this before, where he dropped Bale, and look what happened. We went on to win a Champions League. There's things where, like in Erling Haaland's case, where like, okay, we got to put this player right here in this situation. Boom, we're going to put Nico Rodriguez in and Nico Gonzalez in that spot. We're gonna sell Akanji. We're gonna get rid of Kyle Walker halfway into the year. Or for Madrid, say, look, Rodrigo's gonna get out this team right now, so we gotta put in Arda Güler or Jude Bellingham. If Fede has to play right back, then he has to be playing right back, and we gotta get another player out there. These are the calls that cowards don't make, and I don't want to say they're fully cowards, but sometimes when you don't react and you just like hold your hands up and just say, okay, we'll allow this to happen, you're a coward. I'm sorry, you don't want to win. You just want to be safe. You just want to play it out. No, make the big decision, man. If someone has to get dropped for the sake of the team to win, because that's what matters most of all, then do it. But Slot, for me, has not shown me anything. And proven his track record, no. It's it. I think for me, Slot or Emerin, I think Slot needs to get sacked first, man. The fact that this is a Premier League winning team, they brought in all those freaking players.
$500 million of investment.
$500 million. You can't figure it out. What's going on with you?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Ruben say shit team, shit club, shit owners, and shit players. And I say that very lightly. But you
Not
know
everybody.
what? At least he has something going. But the problem with him, bro, that I have question marks is, can you change it up for a bit just to win the damn game?
He did.
And what happened? Did they win?
Yeah.
No, he did not win. They lost
against Brighton,
to Everton,
against Chelsea, against Sunderland,
great.
Against Liverpool.
Great.
That's what I'm saying. Like inconsistently consistent. Like it's there,
and
but now you just need to be consistently winning. We need
consistency, but you know what? He gets a pass because you know what? His team is shit.
His
club is shit.
Hey. Come to Old Trafford. We'll give you a little beating. All right, United way.
United way. We probably get. You know what's funny?
What?
At this rate, I wouldn't be confident going against United. I don't have faith in this team right now.
I'm just saying you've struggled against Prem team for a minute, like so.
We always struggle against Prem teams. I'm scared to go up against United. If we played them at Old Trafford, especially if we go to Old Trafford, if we miraculously have to play a game at Old Trafford in the next 2 years, I'm scared, man. We cannot play with that intensity.
In that case, see you next year at Champs when we finish top 4.
No, I might be hearing you talking about the championship next year potentially.
Champions League. Let's get it right. Champions League.
Ship. League. Not league. Ship. Say hi to
Nope.
Stoke City for me.
Nope. We got Wolves for that. We got Burnley for that. We got
Nah,
that
I think
maybe
obviously
maybe
United are gonna stay up there, but I just
like
need
there's like
better.
5 teams that could
And
like
that's
get
the debate.
relegated.
That's the debate that everyone's having. Like out of the Red Devils as managers, who's the one to get? I think for me it should be Slot, man. Get him out, man. You need to change something, bro. He's on the hot seat, and I think something to save this team from not going down worse and at least make the Europa League. At least get rid of him, man. Just get
No.
someone.
We should keep him. Let Liverpool get relegated.
But I think that'll be all for today,
All
man. We
right,
had
yeah, that
United,
was enough.
Champions League, good discussions here and there. Good, I guess, question marks on a few teams and a few players.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do a weekend recap because I don't know what to expect from these teams anymore, United or Madrid. But thank you again, Aritra, and I know it's gonna be Thanksgiving by hopefully the time this episode publishes or after, whatever it may be. But happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Much love here from the Out and Low podcast and at Stones Pictures Productions. Shout out to all of you who've been consistently watching and liking our content. We love you so much. Hopefully, we get more fans by 2026.
Yes, sir.
Any words of reach real quick before we end it off?
I mean, shout out to you guys. Like, really thankful for the fans and family that we have, or any viewers that we really have watching our clips, engaging, and hope you guys take care. Hope you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving. Hope you guys enjoy your time with family, and much love and blessings, man.
Yeah, man. So that'll be all for the Out on Loan podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jeffrey Canova, joined by Rachel Chargy. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned for, again, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as well, and Spotify to listen to our episodes and our debates and topics whatever comes into our mind,